you're going to need tomatoes, red pepper, avocado, cucumber, garlic, onion, chives, any kind of herb, some limes, red wine vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, and some salt and pepper. We're going to use an immersion wand to blend everything together, make it all nice and smooth. So the size that you cut these don't really matter. Just get them chopped up. What we want is a 2/3 ratio of tomatoes to cucumbers. About. Anyway. Alright, so for the onions, we want like a third of what we put in for the tomatoes. So fuck. I just can't believe I did that. Time for another drink. So, pretty much we have the core ingredients cut up now. We have about 2.5 cups of tomatoes, about a cup of red pepper, about a cup of onion, and like 1.5, well, yeah, a little over 1.5 cups of cucumbers. So just go ahead and put all that shit together. Alright. So. Alright. So, what do we have left? Well, we need about a teaspoon of garlic. Just put the garlic in there. It's about a teaspoon. Alright. Alright, we're going to need 1/8 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil. Okay. And we're going to need 1/4 of a cup of red wine vinegar. Alright, so now squeeze in 2 limes. You could use lemons. Now we're going to put an avocado in. Shit. Now we're going to add about 2 cups of, well, unsalted veggie stock, or you can use water, tomato juice. Just put a liquid in it. I'm doing 2 cups to start. So, after you puree it, either with blender or immersion wand, this is what you get. And we're going to put a little bit of cayenne pepper in there. at this point, it's all to taste, so you have to taste it and figure out where you want it. But I like heat, so I'm gonna add. It's like three teaspoons, or a tablespoon. Some salt and pepper. Stir this in. Let's have a little taste. A little bit more salt and pepper. Oh god, it's just so goddamn humid. It kind of like fucks with everything. All right. Ooh, shit. All right. That was about another tablespoon. A little bit over, but should be fine. There you go. We're gonna let it sit for a little bit while we make something to garnish it with. Because you eat with your eyes first. So we gotta make it look pretty. So we can do that by making some pico and putting that inside an avocado flour. What you're gonna need: some tomatoes, an onion, and cilantro. Also like a jalapeno. I don't have one. Thought I did. I don't. So we're just not going to do that part. But that's fine. So you're going to want to cut the tomatoes finely. This is where cutting small really matters. So you put this back in our bowl. We have about 2 cups of tomatoes. We want 1/4 of our tomatoes as our onion. So we have 4 cups of tomatoes. We want 1/2 a cup of onion. So about 1/2 a cup of onions, because you want a 1-to-4 ratio. Alright, so now we want to cut our cilantro. Alright. We want, what is it? Yeah, okay, so of the cilantro, what we want is a little over 1/3 cups of cilantro. And this should get us there. Alright, so we're going to have to cut just a little bit more. So, the rest of this. Alright, so we have basically enough cilantro. So, there's one thing I forgot. Alright. So you need about a tablespoon of lime juice. Whatever. Alright, so now some salt and pepper. Salt and pepper to taste. And then we're going to want to stir it up. Alright, so we have our pico done. We're going to let that sit for a little bit to let the salt and, well, to let the flavors kind of just meld but also to let the salt extract the juices from the tomatoes, because you don't want a mushy pico. You kind of want to strain out the juices and whatnot. So you want to let it sit and let all the tomatoes seep out their liquid. Oh shit! I forgot something. Your herbs. Just get that in there. The soup. If you chop nice and fine, then you don't have to Alright, so we let it seep long enough. We're going to strain the juices out of it. There we go. We have pico. A little Worcestershire sauce, a little hot sauce, and a little horseradish. And you have Bloody Mary. And let's do a little bit of vodka. Alright, I'm going to cut an avocado. Or we're making avocado flour. To do this, you're going to need half an avocado. You're going to have to cut it really thin. Alright. I'm going to spin it. Knife, pick it up, and place it in there. Then just put a little bit of pico in the center of it, and cut some chives. Sprinkle that around the avocado, just to give color to the rest of it. There you go. Gazpacho.